What varsity coaches actually look for. I played high school basketball all 4 years. I played basketball for over 10. I am now playing in college. I coached for over a year. So here's everything that I've noticed as a coach, as a player. Let's get into it. The first thing varsity basketball coaches will notice is who is conditioned. If you show up to the tryout out of shape, coaches will notice that. Now, a lot of players show up out of shape, all right? It's not the most surprising thing, right? Okay, coaches might think, yeah, maybe I can work with that. We'll get them right before the season. But if you're already conditioned before the regular season, you just have an edge on everybody else. All right, so in the off season, do some sprints, do some long distance running. Make sure you practice your defensive stance, like defensive slides. Make sure you're conditioned. And honestly, bro, if you can become first in sprints at your tryout and just during team practices, coaches will notice. The next thing, coaches notice who takes this seriously. Most guys will show up to high school practice or even games and tryouts with this sense of just being immature because they are. They're in high school. I get it. But if you can show up with a maturity, with the mindset of being a student of the game, somebody that takes this for real, you're going to stand out. If you're in the huddle and you're looking your coach in the eye, you're actually listening to the words he says, coaches will notice. All right, when I was coaching, I noticed when guys were looking away, looking off to the side. Oh, wait, is that cute girl over there? They're going to check him out. Like, I noticed that stuff, man. I see it. I also noticed the players that were looking me in the eye, nodding their head. And I also want to say this. Don't do it for show. I think you can tell that. I knew there were some players that were doing that just so they could get more minutes or get in the game. And I could tell. You have to be genuine with it, okay? All right. Next. Varsity coaches look for, can you fill a role? They're asking themselves that question. So, what do I mean? Well, this is something that I talk about in very deep depth in my product, the Varsity Basketball Blueprint. If you want a full plan, a full guide to making your varsity basketball team this season, click that link in the description. You'll love it. Can you fill a role? If your varsity team has a bunch of guys that can play good defense, they can drive to the rim, they can play make, but they don't have any shooters, you can fill that role of being a shooter. If you work on your jump shot all through the offseason and you just become a knockdown shooter, you can fill a role on your team. Right? You don't have to be okay at everything, good at everything. You have to be great at one thing. That's called your X factor. So figure out what your X factor is. All right? What's your one offensive skill that you can master? For me, it became shooting, and that opened up every other part of my game. Next, varsity coaches look for good students. If you're a good student, coaches don't have to worry about your grades. You'll be chilling. The last thing you need is for your coach not to be able to trust you. Is for your coach to be like, hey, man, you got to fix your grades. You're going to be ineligible to play soon. You don't want that. I'm just going to move past it now because that's pretty self-explanatory. Effort and attitude. Man, if you played for my AAU team, you will know this. I said this basically every practice and before every game and after games. I say to my guys, and they started to memorize it, I say, what are the two things I ask of you? Effort and attitude. Those are the two things that are in your control, and they will help you to win basketball games. If you lock in with your hustle, your attitude, your effort, your heart, your desire to win, your eye of the tiger, you want this, that's all a coach can ask. I don't care if you miss shots. I don't care if you make a mistake. Just get back on D. All right, let's get a stop. That's what I care for. That's what I look for as a coach. I don't have any of this written down, but I just want to say a couple more things. As I just mentioned, coaches aren't so worried about the makes and misses. Some are. I'm going to be honest, some are. I personally don't agree with that philosophy, but that's neither here nor there. If you go into the game, you check in, and you look like you're scared to be out there, coaches will see that. Even if you're a young guy, you should go out with this idea of like, I have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose, because if you check in the game and you play bad and you're a freshman, you're a sophomore, guess what? You'll get put on the bench. Maybe you won't get any more varsity opportunities at worst, right? But if you went out there and played passive, that same thing would happen anyway. So you literally have nothing to lose. Go out there, give it your all, be aggressive, be a dog, and good things will happen. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I was able to help you. Now, if you would like to learn the 7 reasons why you won't make varsity basketball, click this video. But as always, keep God first. Stay blessed, bro. By the way, top link in the description, varsity basketball blueprint. Let's get it.